I've been in financial industry, IT financial industry for like 25 years. And right now I'm representing MyRoboWm.com. It is a robotic software using AI that can transform your accounts. We have automated the accounting system basically, so that small businesses can actually have more deductions in their tax filings. So what is the problem here? We small businesses, we spend through our credit cards, debit cards, different ways of spending, and impromptu spending, like on the fly spending we do. And when we go to CPA, they says only, give me only your business account. I'll do the categorization. So the problem with that is you will have to only use your business card for business account for your business expenses. Whereas if you spend it through your credit card or debit card, those things are forsaken. That's number one. Number two is the CPAs are very reluctant to give you maximum deductions, because they say we'll give you maximum deductions, but the problem is they don't, because you're just another customer for them, and their rates are all fixed. By law, they cannot charge more money for taxes for different businesses. They have to have one particular fee for the businesses. So you're just another customer and they just want to file your taxes. And most of the time, CPAs do a lot of wealth management and other things. So this doesn't fall into their USP kind of thing. And we go to tax filer or tax preparer. They don't have a complete idea about how many deductions, how many categories of deductions are there. One simple trivia to all of you. How many categories are there where you can deduct? What is the number of categories that IRS gives you for deductions? Give me a number.
200.
No, that's way too high. 50. That's also way too high.
50.
No, that's low.
25.
No, that's also low.
35.
35.
Thanks to your webinar. I was paying attention. So.
So a lot of, we don't understand so many deductions are there for us to use, particularly small businesses, because IRS gives you provision that you can use your personal cards for your business. For corporates, this is not, for corporates like more than 20 million, $30 million, this is not available. But for businesses, this is available. So you can give, if you have small business, you can give internship for your kids. You can give salary for your, better half. You can give salary for your parents if they are also helping you. You go to India, you use Uber, you use, this is another trivia question. What is the maximum expense you think is there when you travel to India or some place?
Air ticket.
10,000.
30,000 number.
But
40%.
when you are trying to deduct, how are you deducting? You only use your flight tickets,
Flight ticket.
and if you are going to some
Hotel.
vacation, you are going for lodging. These are only two things that you do. But you will be surprised that once you come back to US, your credit card bills is this much. You take people for lunches, dinners, you meet a lot of people, you use Uber and all those things, and you don't have track of that. Even if you have track of that, you don't know that it can be deductible. So what this software does is basically it takes all of your PDF statements, every card that you have, and then automatically categorizes those expenses into, say, travel, food, and clothing. How many of you know that if you buy clothing in JCPenney, you can deduct? Not many. So you buy clothing in JCPenney, Macy's, all those things, they can be deductible. Except for your grocery. It is most of your expenses, 95% of your expenses are deductible. So like this, when I was able to give $600,000 deduction for a person who was having $1 million revenue. There is another person. I will not name the names because it's a personal data. That person works in Bay Area. He and his wife works in Bay Area, and they have a clothing stores. And the CPA gave them $65,000 deduction. Most of it is because they bought Tesla, and that's it. So when they ran through my system, they were able to get $200,000 deductions, and the amendment is filed, and he's expecting at least $60,000 back from the IRS. Not only that, once you are able to get some amendment for this year, you can actually file for previous 2 years also. So if anything has been missed, you can do that. So how this thing works is you upload your PDF statements to the website MyRoboWm.com, and then of course you'll have a private folder that's not visible to anybody. You upload your PDF statements, the calculations is done. By next day, you will have an Excel, and I can say these are the categories, and this is the amount you can deduct. Then you can decide whether you want to go ahead with me to file your amendment. So I have CPAs with me who can file your amendment. So just in case you want to go ahead with your own CPA, then you come with the quotation that, okay, this is not deductible, that is not deductible. But with our CPAs, you will have a clean slate where they can say, hey, we can do this. Of course, software can be wrong, but it won't be like 90% wrong. It will be like 2 or 3% wrong. So the CPA will look into that and say, these deductions we can go, these deductions we cannot go. And therefore, a lot of people, a lot of small businesses can use this and take a lot of deductions. And my fee is the amount, 20% of the amount that you get back from IRS. So you get 4 times the money, I get 1/5 of that money.
Question, do we really need to have all this documentation? Can it be kind of, let's say I might have spent
No.
20,000, do we have to provide the documentation?
Of
as
course,
part of the
because
price?
it has to be audited.
Okay. So that,
There is no guarantee that if you take deductions, the IRS audit happens. If you don't take deductions, IRS audit won't happen. That's not the case. It's a random process where they can pick any account and then do the IRS audit. When you are doing IRS audit, the only thing they want, because I have gone through that IRS audit, therefore I know about the system. When the IRS audit happens, they only ask your PDF statements. Only PDF statements. And then they say, tell me how you got this deduction. So once you have the Excel and the PDFs, you give them the PDF statement, you give them the Excel, that's it, you're done.
I'm sure there will be a lot of questions.
Yes, we can do one-on-one and create.
Yeah, demo we can address.
Sure.
Thank you.